Sacked Enyimba coach Usman Abdallah, appointed by Wiki Torres. Barcelona part ways with Ernesto Valverde, with Kiko Setien stepping in at the Nou Camp. And we have our European Team of the Week on the menu just for you. My name is Deji Amontoyinbo. Welcome to Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. Joining us for Tuesday's edition of Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. International Newsreel is our first port of call. Here is Pedro Peter.
Thank you, Deja. First story is from Athletics, where the eagerly awaited trial of former president of the International Association of Athletics Federation, IAAF, Lamine Diack, has been delayed until June. The 86-year-old Senegalese had been due in court in Paris, France on Monday, but the trial was halted almost immediately when prosecutors revealed they had received last-minute new evidence and asked for a delay. Diack, who has been under house arrest since November 2015, pleaded to return to Senegal to see his family, but has been informed by the judge he would have to remain in Paris. Elsewhere, women's marathon world record holder British Kosgei has confirmed she will defend her title at this year's London Marathon. To tennis, three-time major champion Angelique Kerber cruised into the next round of the Adelaide International in Australia following a straight sets win over Wang Qiang of China on Monday. The former world number one swept past Qiang 6-1, 6-3 to pick up her first win of the season, while home girl Alia Tomljanovic battled past Yulia Putintseva of Kazakhstan 7-6, 6-2 to set up a second round meeting against Simona Halep. In other results, Swedes world number 7 Belinda Bencic picked up a hard-fought 6-4, 6-4 win over Daria Kasatkina, while American 7th seed Sofia Kenin defeated Victoria Golubic 6-love, 6-4. Lastly, to boxing, British heavyweight Tyson Fury insists he will not get a favourable points decision from the judges in his rematch clash with the WBC champion Deontay Wilder, and has stated his desire to knock out the American. The 31-year-old is set to take on Wilder on February 22nd in Las Vegas and has changed trainers, dropping Ben Davidson and teaming up with Javan Sugarhill. Fury claims he is not going to the US for a points decision. Instead, he is planning on a sensational knockout of the bronze bomber.
Should be a great fight. We go to the NBA now, but Egutu is here. Results from matches played. Portland Trail Blazers over Charlotte Hornets 115-112. Damian Lillard has 30 points and 9 assists for Portland. Oklahoma City Thunder past Minnesota Timberwolves 117-104. Indiana Pacers outrun Philadelphia 76ers 101-95. Orlando Magic outlasted Sacramento 114-112. Boston Celtics iced Chicago 113-101. New Orleans Pelicans required overtime to get the better of Detroit Pistons 117-110. Jahlil Okafor 25 points and 14 rebounds, double-double for the Pelicans. And LA Lakers are cruising again. 9 wins on the bounce, 128-99 victors over Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron had 31 points and 8 assists. And in those 9 games, Bode Ogutui, they have scored 100 or more points.
They are rolling. And even though it might not be the show time that they're used to at the Staples Center where they play free-flowing fun basketball, but they're winning, which I think is what the Lakers crowd.
Yeah, that's what they want.
That's what they want now. Remember that at the start of the season, they lost their first game on that floor to Clippers, and it looked like the Clippers show are going to be the dominant thing again in LA, but the Lakers have waved all that away. They are playing well, they are getting wins, and that's going.
You mentioned Showtime.
Showtime, yeah.
I watched the documentary on SuperSport on Saturday about the Celtics Lakers rivalry in the 80s.
That was fantastic. That was fun basketball.
It was fantastic the way those guys played, and that established the Laker. I think the Laker legacy of the Laker culture.
Yep. And then it's good to see Jahlil Okafor playing well and making points. His career stalled when Embiid started playing well at Philly. Then he's bounced around the league a bit, and each time that it seems like he wants to take a step forward, something knocks him back. But he's a good player, and I do hope that he continues his form at the Pelicans. Now that Zion is not playing, he's playing well. I do hope that he will not stall again when Zion recovers from his injury.
All right, that's the international newsreel. The Nigerian sports scene is next on Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. It's time for the Nigerian sports scene on Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. Body Guntu is here. But well, the stories. It happens locally and internationally. Coaches are fired to be hired.
Yep.
Abdallah fired by Enyimba. He's in out weekend.
Yes, he is. I think immediately after that, Foreign lost at Jos. I don't think we went back with them to Aba.
Okay.
He got in his car, got on the bus, and headed home. And then, I mean, this like a week after he's started at Wiki. But I think he's got his work cut out at Bauchi, although it's in sediment. Remember that Wiki lost their first home game. Well, their first game since returning to Bauchi. They lost at home to Sunshine Stars at the weekend. He's got to deal with that. He's got to hit the ground running, really.
He hasn't started then.
No, he
I think
hasn't.
it was in the
He hasn't.
stands. Okay.
It was just confirmed yesterday.
All right. AFN says the Olympic training camp will open in Ekiti and Ondo states.
Yeah. This is an all-comers. The final preparations
Like an
for
open camp.
yeah, all-comers.
Okay.
But they said that the Ekiti state government has agreed to host them in February, but they are saying that we don't want to keep the athletes off the tracks, given the short time they have of February. So one will hold in Ondo State, an earlier one.
Okay.
The third phase and the fourth phase will be in
We'll go to
Ekiti.
Ekiti.
And then, of course, later it will include the foreign-based athletes and as a role towards the 2020 Olympics.
All right. We'll see how that pans out. And basketball, the Division 2 tip-off dates has been changed.
Yeah, it was supposed to tip off on January 20, but the zonal eliminations for the 2020 All National Sports Festival will be holding at about the same time, and some of these players will be playing for their states, and so they moved it until the 29th of January. By that time, the zonal eliminations will have ended. There are 14 teams in the Savannah Conference and 9 at the Atlantic Conference. The 9 teams will slug it out at the indoor sports of the National Stadium. So from the 29th to I think the 4th of February, you can come to the National Stadium. It's the total second Division 2 basketball championships.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, buddy. That was the Nigerian sports scene. After the break, the World Soccer Report. The Dukes of Sports Express brought to you by MTN. World Soccer Report is here. Yemi Adesanya is also here. Yemi has his team of the week. But first, quickly, one result from the Serie A from Monday night. Parma 2-0 over Lecce. Also, a couple of FA Cup replays tonight in England. Spurs host Middlesbrough. Newcastle play Rockdale and Istrame at home to Watford. Also, Coppa Italia. Napoli host Perugia, Lazio Cremonese, and Inter at home to Cagliari. Some of the other fixtures for tonight. So, Yemi has 2 minutes for his team of the week, and then we'll talk about the biggest story in the transfer season, and it's not concerning a player, at least not yet.
Thank you, JG. Team of the week this week is in your 4-5 formation with Thibaut Courtois for Real Madrid. Kept it clean sheet in the finals of the so-called Spanish Super Cup, and then led them to victory. At right back, it says that Quetta was great for Chelsea against Burnley. There's Adam Messina of Watford was solid at left back. In central defense is Palomino of Atalanta, was solid as an attack, got a draw at the San Siro. There's Pablo Martinez of Nimes, as Nimes kept a clean sheet at home to Reims, and also got himself an assist. In midfield is Maxwell Kone of Lyon, who had a goal and an assist as Lyon returned to winning ways away to Bordeaux. There's Rodrigo De Paul of Udinese, who got among the goals as Udinese put 3 past their opponents. There's Yanto of Sampdoria, who had a goal and 2 assists, as Sampdoria also went goal crazy with 5 against Brescia. Up front, we have Riyad Mahrez of Manchester City, who scored a brace and a couple of assists. There's Neymar of PSG, who was electric as PSG put 3 past Monaco, but for only draw in the big clash in League One. And of course, there's a certain Sergio Aguero, who has 177 Premier League goals, finished the weekend with a hat-trick, and then moves joint third with Frank Lampard on the all-time goal-scoring list in the Premier League. And my manager of the week is none other than Zinedine Zidane, who ended the year in grand style by winning a trophy, a Super Cup, whilst not winning any trophy.
Yeah, that's what happened. You know, we said that before the start of the expanded format, that the team that won might actually be a team that didn't win any trophy and expand out like that. And Zidane is 9-0 in cup finals. He must be saying something right in cup finals. And I think it takes us to our. Of course, you can go to at the MTM 442 and at Sportvision NG to argue or kill Yemi over his choices. And I think the Zidane factor is playing a role in how they're reacting at Barcelona. I mean, personal opinion. It does look like Zidane is getting Real Madrid back in the groove. Barcelona appear to me to be panicking because I honestly don't understand. No disrespect to Kike Setien. I mean, Ernesto Valverde is gone. Kike Setien also appears to me like somebody who, because Barcelona fans always tell you some coaches do not have the stature of a Barcelona coach. And I really don't know what this guy has done to give him the job or to make you feel he's going to be any better than Ernesto Valverde, apart from them saying his teams play attractive football.
That's just it. There's this section in his resume that says his team plays attractive football and nothing more. I'm surprised that Valverde got fired, but then it's coming because there's always been news that the section of families are not happy with him, the way they play, they are boring, they don't play the Barcelona way, whatever that is. The two worst results in recent history for Barcelona in the Champions League were under his watch. Roma getting knocked out by Roma and Liverpool, despite getting so-called hefty first leg results. Now we go to City. What does it bring? Attractive football, and that's it. But the man almost relegated Real Betis. You want to say, yeah, Real Betis are not the biggest club. Yes, but
at times, on the flip side, at times maybe it gets to a point where there is a rot and you just need a change. I'm not arguing about that.
Yeah,
but I just feel that these days there doesn't seem. It's like, I'm sorry to use the Yoruba phrase. It's like now appointments are like a yoje. It's like we just try something and see whether it will work. Because for me, this man, no disrespect, I don't think he fits I don't think he has a resume or the pedigree to have earned a Barcelona job. But hey, let's see how it pans out.
We could be wrong.
We could, of course, we could be wrong. We could be wrong. So let's say, but because my fear is if he doesn't perform, the same things will come out. They'll start telling you he is not a Barcelona. Because there's a huge difference between coaching teams with limited expectations and coaching a team that expects to win every time. It's a huge difference.
Jurgen Klopp is long gone. Man, dead, buried. Move on.
No.
Yes, you play. We know Barcelona plays good football, but this ideology of you're Klopp. There's no Barcelona way. There's no Manchester United way. There's no Real Madrid way. There is a coach's way.
Let's leave it at that. Well said, Yemi. Best of the rest, we go to Formula One, and the sports governing body F1 is closing in on a mega deal to stage Grand Prix races in Saudi Arabia beginning of the year 2021. The agreement will see F1 races being staged in Jeddah, with organizers set to earn a staggering £50 million a year. It could bring the number of races on the Formula One calendar to 24 by the year 2022. The Saudis are throwing money around, hosting major sporting events. Some have called it sport washing, using sports to launder their image. I don't know about that. My name is Dick Jermonton. Thanks for your time. Good morning.